Hello students and welcome back to our English expressions video series. In this 23rd video in our Idiom of the Week series, we are going to talk about wake up and smell the coffee. Okay, so I don't know if any of you all at home are coffee drinkers. I am. I enjoy a cup of coffee, maybe two every day, to get my day started. We talked about spill the tea in a previous Idiom of the Week. But now we're going to talk about coffee. So if you're a tea drinker, this this video might not be the one for you. But I hope you'll tune in along with those of you who are coffee drinkers. So regardless if you're a tea drinker or a coffee drinker, this is a very popular English language idiom. And this is our 23rd Idiom of the Week video. I'm looking forward to telling you what exactly does it mean to wake up and smell the coffee. And my name is Ben with English from A to Z. And let's get started. Okay, so exactly. We woke up, we smelled the coffee. What does that mean? So sometimes we have a tendency to kind of do these English idioms or use these English idioms that are not meant to be used literally, right? Waking up and smelling the coffee, yes, we can do that, actually do that. But there's a deeper meaning here that I want you all to realize when we use this idiom or when you hear it used in English. Now, the meaning here is when you realize the truth about a situation or an occurrence in your life, or maybe in somebody else's life who you know, even if it might be an unpleasant or an inconvenient one. So you're kind of waking up to the truth of the matter, or you're waking up to a fact that you weren't aware of, or you're becoming aware of what's really going on around you. So waking up and smelling the coffee, it's a strong scent. You smell coffee very distinctly amongst other smells that we have. But when you wake up and smell the coffee, your mind is aware. You're aware of what's actually going on. Maybe you weren't before, maybe you didn't know, or you weren't aware. But when you wake up and smell the coffee, when we use that idiom in English as an expression, it means to become aware of it, or become cognizant of the truth or the fact of a situation or an occurrence. Even if it's not a good one, it's not always a bad one, but when it's a good one or whether it's a bad one, you're aware of what's going on around you. Even if it's inconvenient or unpleasant or something you'd rather ignore, you can't. When you wake up and smell the coffee, you're aware of something that is going on that you weren't aware of before. Let's go talk about these two examples here with wake up and smell the coffee. Number one, our first example, despite doing a good job at work this whole year, and when I'm recording this video, this is towards the end of December 2024, so we're about to enter 2025. But anyway, despite doing a good job at work this whole year, meaning 2024 in this case, Jordan had to wake up and smell the coffee when he realized that he would not be getting a pay raise despite his hard work. Yeah, and unfortunately for those of us in the working world, this can happen. So he woke up to the fact that, I did a good job, I worked hard, I did what I could to move the company or the organization forward. But in life, we don't always get what we want, which is another expression. But he realized, he became aware that he would not be getting a pay raise despite his hard work. He can try again next year. It's out of his control. Jordan maybe works for a company or an organization. They have say over who gets a raise. Not everybody does. But you shouldn't do hard work, and I'll note this for you all at home. If you're in the working world, you don't always get a raise, but you should still do a good job because it's important to be reliable, be responsible. Unfortunately, hard work isn't always rewarded, and I could talk another video about that and what that means in English to express when hard work isn't rewarded. But basically, Jordan woke up, he smelled the coffee, he thought he was going to get a raise, he worked hard, he did his job, he did it well. Especially, but Jordan had to wake up and smell the coffee and realize that unfortunately, he didn't get a raise despite his hard work, even though he did the best he could. And that's all you can do. So when you wake up and smell the coffee, in this case, he realized that he would not be getting a pay raise, even though he thought he would. So he became aware of the reality of the situation. Number two, Patrick woke up. And we use the past tense, wake becomes woke, so it's kind of an irregular verb change. Sometimes it wouldn't be waked up, we wouldn't add a D to the end here. So just imagine I'm drawing a D here. This is a presentation, but I'm telling you all at home, we don't use waked up. It's not Patrick waked up, Patrick woke up. So wake becomes woke. We change the A to an O in this irregular verb change from present to past tense. So Patrick woke up and smelled. Now, this is a regular verb change to past tense, ed. We either add a d or an ed for those of you who have taken our grammar course or have watched some of our grammar videos. When we use the regular verb change for past tense, whereas opposed to irregular for woke, from wake, smelled, when you add the ed from smell, smelled is the regular verb change in this case for past tense. So Patrick woke up and smelled the coffee when he realized that he needed to treat people better in 2025 because of how he had acted to his friends. Now, when I say acted, probably this year of 2024, Patrick could have been a better friend to people. He could have done more to be kind and responsible and, maybe even do favors for his friends who needed it. So Patrick woke up and smelled the coffee. He became aware that he needed to be a better friend. So some of us have to work on that for next year. I think not you all at home, but some people could be a better friend or better family member or a better worker, that kind of thing. So we're always getting better here, metaphorically and literally. So, but anyway, Patrick woke up and smelled the coffee again when he realized that he needed to treat people better. He became aware of the fact that maybe he didn't maybe he wasn't the best friend, or maybe he didn't act the way he should have as a friend. So there's always next year. In this case, I'm recording this video before we begin the new year of 2025. So I'm talking a lot about next year. So, sometimes we don't get a pay raise. Sometimes we could be a better friend. So waking up and smelling the coffee is you're aware of what's going on in your life or in the life of another person. So when you wake up and smell the coffee, you become self-aware almost of what's going on, what's really going on, and you're able to analyze who you are as a person or analyze the situation. Again, how is this idiom used? It's not to be used literally. You can wake up and smell coffee, right, and pretend it's a coffee cup. You can do that, but the idiom, the expression here in English that we use, is it highlights when you become aware of something in your life or somebody else's life even that you had previously not known or had ignored, including and especially when it is unfortunate, maybe disappointing, like not getting a pay raise, or maybe it's unpleasant when you realize, hey, I could have been a better friend to this person or a better family member to people in your family. Now, a similar idiom that we use in English that I want to highlight here in this video is wake up and smell the roses. So roses, it's a little different. Coffee can be pungent, can be a little unpleasant, can be something that we may not like. Not everybody's a coffee drinker. Smelling the roses is when you got to become more grateful. And maybe I'll do a separate video on this. I don't want to dive too much into it, but it's kind of the opposite. Wake up and smell the coffee is when you realize something unpleasant or inconvenient that you need to become aware of. Wake up and smell the roses is kind of waking up and being grateful, being optimistic, thinking of the good things in your life, and thinking of ways life has treated you well. So smelling roses is usually pleasant. I like to smell the roses literally, and I'm grateful for what I have in my life. So I like to wake up and smell the roses, meaning I'm grateful for what I have in life and what I've achieved and what I've done, including working on English from A to Z. So wake up and smell the roses is similar but not the same. Similar in that it talks about being grateful, being aware, but being aware of how good things can be too. So coffee can be a little bit unpleasant, maybe mixed feelings, and then smell the roses is mainly a positive sentiment here. Maybe I'll do a video on that, but I want to highlight similar idioms that are related to our title one, wake up and smell the coffee. In this case, wake up and smell the roses is extremely similar, but not the same. So I thought I should explain to you all at home what exactly I mean when I talk about wake up and smell the roses versus wake up and smell the coffee. All right, thank you all so much for watching. I enjoy doing these Idiom of the Week videos in our English expressions video series. There'll be a bunch more. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of English idioms. I barely scratched the surface. Hopefully I'll keep doing these videos for a while. Check out our other great YouTube videos on this English from A to Z channel, from learning the entire alphabet from A to Z to fixing your sentence and other errors to improve your English grammar. We have a lot of great videos on that topic too. Please hit the like button for this video below if you enjoyed what I had to say, or hit the subscribe button or hit the subscribe button to follow us here on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions or would like to subscribe to our official newsletter, please go to our website, www.englishfromatozcom/newsletter. So thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for another English Idiom of the Week video. Take care now. Bye-bye.